Today we talk about the strategy that made me the most money in the SageMaster platform, which is the grid strategy. I love grid strategy. It could be simple to understand. Sometimes it takes a little bit long, but it depends on your previous understanding of, the crypto and the trading space in general, but it's very simple to understand. There are many people who are kind of experts in this trading space that think that this is the same to what maybe they've heard, because maybe some people say, yeah, I have created a bot. So you have to understand that SageMaster, it's not a bot. It's a technology, a financial technology platform that allows the user to create, not just to use, but to create, as we said, correct? So you can create different strategies and you can create infinite kind of robots, so bots running. So this is not a robot, because if it's a robot and if you find someday a company that tells you, yeah, but that thing is a little bit complicated, we only offer a bot, it's easy, you just plug in and you say if it's low risk, medium risk, high risk, maybe you have a couple more functionalities and you run, it's easy, everyone makes money. Be careful, run away. First of all, it's most probably a scam, or if it's not a direct scam, it's something that it's not gonna work. Why? Let me get into a little bit of technicalities of network marketing. First, because entities, regulatory entities in the States, not the United States, but in governments around the globe, don't like these things because they want to protect the customer. And if every customer in a company A, it's using the same strategy, yes, with couple variants, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing, everyone could lose money. As soon as the AI or the head of trading fails, the trade master fails, then everyone in the company fails. So not only it's not liked by governments, it shouldn't also be liked by you, because you don't want stupid people to make money for a short period of time and then they don't even know why maybe they're losing. They don't even know what drawdown is. They don't even control. They don't have transparency. They don't know what the trading AI is doing. You want people who get in the platform, of course, knowing that you can, benefit from AI, you can benefit from copying and pasting other people's strategies. You can share your strategies here, so just people can just copy and clone what you're doing, for example. But you don't want people to get in here thinking, if I make money, I'm happy. If I lose, it's up on you. It's up on the company. No, this is not only not liked by governments, by entities, but it shouldn't be liked by you. In here, we are creators. So we get the knowledge and we can create infinite approaches and strategies. And today I'm gonna show you why. Stay till the end, because I'm gonna at the end show you the most amazing tool that it's been developing. It's developed and it's gonna grow more and more during the next few years. And guys, in the meanwhile, drop here a comment in the section. Just let us know if you like the content, if you have any other question, if you want to add something, if you want to drop a PDF maybe of some strategies you have. Let's bring this community together so we can grow and profit even more. And talking about community and getting together, of course, it's an important topic, the fact that you want to connect with what the company is doing. And the company is doing amazing things. The first one is the Discord channel. You can find the Discord channel here somehow in some clicks, maybe in help, maybe in news and feedback, but I'm gonna get into that section. But also on the WOW platform, you can find the Discord link, so you can get in the Discord and understand everything and connect and talk to supervisors that maybe can help you solve some of your problems and so on and so forth. Because the platform has 2 years and some months now in January 2025, so it can happen sometimes that maybe you have a little mistake. So for example, as you can see in this account of mine, I have advanced, but I actually have the pro one. I have the AI baskets. I showed you I can use them, but here it's advanced, written, and not pro. But these things, can happen. If you have any concern, you just have to know that it's very easy to solve them. The company is very structured in terms of customer service. You just get here, you select your concern, as you can see here in the bottom right-hand corner. You select your concern, and then you give details, and make sure to do this properly. Don't just raise a complaint and hope someone is gonna solve it. No, be dedicated to giving details, to showing that you are not just there complaining, but actually you want to solve something with a lot of enthusiasm. And don't forget that here, as I already mentioned, you have the different languages, you can have more languages here, and you can get any answer you want about as well the grid strategy we're gonna talk about today. And moreover, before we jump into the technicalities, here if you press, you can see amazing stuff, which is you can have something to say, for example, you wanna add something, you wanna create some post, you wanna advocate for something in the app, you wanna raise another maybe idea, or you wanna see, for example, the timeline, you see? I mean, here you can see the recent posts, you can see the roadmap of delivery, so you can really touch and witness that the company is growing, it's evolving, it's shifting, and this is probably the most important thing, because remember, if a company doesn't evolve, the company is gonna die. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the grid strategy, because it's the one I probably love the most. It's a little bit more complicated, let's say, than the AI basket, but I mean, AI basket is for everyone. Grid is for everyone minus some people who really don't even want to spend 1 hour understanding it, because it's very simple. But in this video, you're gonna really grasp all the concepts, so let's dive into it. Here you can see the Sharp terminal. What is the Sharp terminal? It's basically a place where you can, having connected your exchange, as always, as you can see here, you can basically sell like it was an exchange your crypto. You can see you have market orders, limit orders. I mean, sharp sell, sharp buy. On WoW, you have explanations of this, but in short terms, you can get here and sell whatever you need to sell. Why you could need this? Because maybe to open some grid strategies, you will need to have certain amount of certain coins. So let's go now into our whiteboard, because you need to understand this in order for you to understand the strategies. Now, we know that in trading we have a couple of dynamics, correct? The first one is called the uptrend. The second one is called the downward trend, the downtrend. And then we have the lateral movement. So for example, this one here is a very easy, understandable lateral movement. Okay, so there are two ways you can open up a grid strategy. And within each one of those two, you can have infinite ways in which you can open and use the AI. Now, which are the two strategies? The first one, it's the one that aims to accumulate more USDT or USDC, whatever the case may be. I mean, to accumulate a stable coin. So to make you dollars, to be clear, because this is a stable coin. I know you've studied, so you know that the stable coin reflects the value of the dollar. So when you make USDT or you make USDC, you're making dollars. Easy, let's move forward. Now, the second one is that the goal is to accumulate, more of the asset. Maybe this can sound similar to the AI basket, but it's not. It's a different thing. Now, when you want to accumulate more USDT, you have a bullish grid. When you want to accumulate more of the asset, you have a bearish grid. So why usually they're called bearish and bullish? Easily because this you should use more when the market is in a downtrend, because this strategy sells high and buys low the asset. So this strategy it's better to use when you want to make money, because this strategy aims to buy low and sell high. So in the first case, let's call this the first case, you basically are not interested in what you're trading. In the second case, yes, because let's suppose we're in a bear market and people out there say, yeah, but these strategies, these boats, they call them boats, like it's everything the same, only work in a bull market. It's not true. We have strategies that work in a bearish market, in a bear market. Why? Because in the bear market, if you know the crypto market as you've been studying it, you know that you want to accumulate certain assets. Because when the bullish market is going to come up again, you're going to profit a lot. In a lateral movement of a market, it's perfect. Why? Because the grid strategy works like this. Look. Rather than just, again, holding, which is what 90% of people do in the crypto market because they're scared or because maybe they don't have these tools, they don't have the education, and that's why they need us. But majority of people, they just buy, for example, and they hold. Because maybe they say Bitcoin now it's 100K, and I think it's gonna get to 150, and then it's gonna crash, let's imagine, back to 60. And so in the meanwhile, I wanna trade in this space. So I just don't want to hold, because what can happen done is that, like in the AI basket, you're gonna maybe need some money here or need some money here, and you wanna actively make more money. So what do? The grid strategy does this. Look, buys. Let's say we took this one, okay? You buy, you sell, you buy, you sell, you buy, you sell. Now, it doesn't do it perfectly on the top and on the bottom. Instead, it does in frequencies that you tell it to do. So for example, it buys, it sells, it doesn't do anything. It buys, it sells, doesn't do anything. It buys, it sells, it sells, you see? Now you're gonna understand this in the chart as soon as I go on Sage Master. What I want you to grasp is that it basically, based on the width of all these orders that are placed directly from the AI, you're gonna boom, buy, raises, sells, then it comes down, buys, and then sells, and then buys, and then sells, and then buys, and then sells. So rather than just waiting, you can really benefit from the market movements. So imagine that you know, for example, this coin called whatever X, and you know that it's gonna go lateral for at least the next month because you know the market, you know how it works, blah blah blah. So what you can do is you can benefit from that because you're like, haha, it's gonna move between these two support and resistances. So in here, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Or let's say you're someone who says, I know that that specific meme coin, which I'm not gonna invest for the long run, it's gonna go up. And now it's very lateral, it's moving, but I know, boom, it's gonna go up. Can I make money of this movement? Yes, you can, sir. What you can do is basically you can set up a strategy and you can, like I did, and I'm gonna show you, make 400%, for example, without even being there, having the anxiety to knowing when to enter, knowing when to going out. All right, back on the platform, let's get to see for real what is our Crypto Sage Master grid. Now, as you can see here, we have the Bitcoin chart. First of all, on this chart, you can of course draw your things and you can do your analysis, you know, like it was trading view, so you can draw on it and so on. Now, what I want you to understand is that, first of all, we have a chart here and we have some, let's say from yellow to red lines, zones. What are those zones? This is another indication that you can use as a cross-reference to know when is the right moment to start a grid. Why? Because when the chart goes into these lines, as you can see, this is basically the zone of oversold. This is a little bit oversold. If you went till here, it's a lot of overbought. Sorry, not oversold. It's overbought, so there is a lot of interest. That's why the price is going up. The price is moving to the stars. Everyone is getting in, but the AI is telling you, look, it's probably gonna go down because it's overbought. The price, the perception of the value and the price, it's above how it should be. So it's gonna go down. And guess what happens? It goes down, as you can see. It touches and it goes down. Instead, when it's in the middle, and you can see that we have this median here, median line, boom, it stays here, it stays here, it stays here. And look, as soon as it gets closer here, it spikes up. It touches, it goes down. So it's very easy to understand. You see, it touches, boom, it goes down. It gets close, it goes down. And you can move, you know, look, boom, and then it spikes up. It's very easy to understand. And why do you need this information? Because as we've said, if we start with the bullish grid, as you can see here, we want to have a market that either goes lateral, but with some volatility. That's why volatility doesn't equal risk. Two different things. It can move a lot, but the risk can be very low because it's very predictable. The volatility, for example, of Bitcoin on some senses. I want to make the price goes up, correct? Because in a bullish grid, I buy low and sell high. Instead, if I pick a bearish grid, it's explained that it's designed to profit from price fluctuation within the grid as market falls. Okay, so usually, especially in the next 12 months in 2024, probably you're not gonna use the bearish grid so much unless you really know what you're doing. So the bullish, you can really pick any kind of coin without being interested in the real value of the asset and just make some money like I did, and I'm gonna show you in a sec. Okay, so having understood this, let me just give you a quick reminder that here on those small eyes, you can see that everything is explained. So people who tell me they don't understand Sage Master are only those people who really don't put enough time to understand it. But it's so crazy because as soon as you understand this is gonna make you a lot of money, and I'm gonna show you today. Now, you can see here, you can select your exchange, you can select your pair. And now when we look at the pair, at the token we want to trade, we have to also add a couple filters if we want. The first one, it's if we want to have these pairs based on the backtest performance or based on the volume. What's the difference? The volume is how much money it's being traded on this specific pair. Instead, by backtest performance just shows you, for example, that this specific pair in the last 30 days, this is the last 30 days, 14 days, 2 days, it shows you the result. And so based on this result, you can see, if you want to do it, if you don't want to do it. But warning, past results don't guarantee future results. This is just a back test. And you can see all the orders, there's full transparency. And moreover, you can see how many trades have been placed, would have been placed if you started the grid, in this case, 7 days ago. Where are those trades? You can really see everything, and you can also see the profits, and the profits in total and the profits after commissions. So Giorgio, you told me that this platform doesn't take commissions. Then why it's showing me that it's taking commissions? No. It's not SageMaster taking commissions. It's the exchange you're using. In this case, it was Bybit, I think, that is taking commissions, because as you know, this is the way exchanges make money. That's why when someone tells me, Giorgio, but I know this strategy, the grid strategy, also runs, for example, on Binance. Why I should pay to join SageMaster rather than going on Binance, which is for free? If you have a little bit of brain, you should know the answer. And the answer is that if something is free, you are the product. What does this mean? This means that Binance goal is not to make you money. Binance goal is to make you do as many transactions as possible, because they profit from commissions. SageMaster goal is not to make you trade as much as possible. It's not to keep your money in the system. It's actually to make you profits, to give you the tools to make you money. So it's very different, because they live off volume. We don't live off volume, we live off customer satisfaction. Got you? Now, let's go back checking our things. We can also add some other filters. And these filters, they are called consensus filters. What is a consensus? The consensus is what the market is willing to go, where it's the market sentiment. Okay, the market is feeling that, for example, it's a strong buy and a buy, or I can change. You see, it's a strong sell and a sell, and I can remove these two, you can see, on those tokens here. So why this matters? Because if I want to start a bullish grid, of course I want to see that this consensus is a strong buy. Now, all this information should be very easy for you to put into a structure. So whenever you want to start a strategy, you're like, okay, point number 1, check the areas. Point number 2, let's check the consensus. Point number 3, let me check my own analysis and my own thinking. Step number 4, let me consult with some people of my team that maybe are experts. Point number 5, let me use Master GBT, which we're gonna get into in a second. And it's actually gonna make everything I explained so easy that it's almost stupid not taking action right now. Now, let's look at, as soon as we have checked, what is the, let's say, PEEP, we want to trade PEEP, we can see we have two different setups. We have the AI setup and we have the manual setup. The AI setup, it's a setup that runs with AI entirely. So we just decide how much money do we want to put, and it shows us how many grids it's gonna do for us. So what are the levels where it's gonna buy and sell, or sell and buy in case of the other grid? What is the grid size and what is the order size, okay? Now you can go back here on the chart and you can see. So here it says 14 grids. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. You can count, these are probably 14 grids. And so, everything starts making sense. So the grid is gonna, let me take my pen. For example, I'm selecting this level here. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm selecting this level here, and in this green lines is gonna buy, boom, sell. In this case, it's still a sell. Then it keeps buying, boom, sell. So how much money can you make? Look, if the grid size is 1.74%, it means that every order is gonna be placed from a distance one another of 1.74%. And if every order size is 51.21, you can do your math, understanding how much money you can make off this. And as you can see, everything is moving, you see, because this is a real chart and everything is moving. Now, let's look at other little details that can count a lot. So the trailing up, it says, if the price reaches the upper limit, the whole grid will be moved up and the assist will continue to trade. So it's easy to understand. If this price goes up and touches the upper limit, boom, your grid is gonna basically do like this. It's gonna go from here to here. Why this matters? Because as I told you before, okay, if I have a meme coin or any coin that is moving up and I don't want to adjust that my grid stops here, I want to continue with the flow and I want to collect that cash, it's gonna do that. So it's very interesting. At the same time, you have this limit. So let's say that that token, that crypto you invested in, instead doesn't follow your analysis. You made a mistake and it goes down. You're protected because it's gonna buy, but it cannot sell. But at least it doesn't go buy, and it's gonna basically screw up your money. It's not gonna do that because you set up a lower limit. But instead, let's say that you believe that even if that token goes to another lower level, eventually it's gonna come up. Why? Because you believe in the project, because you know the deal, because your analysis and your intuition and your study, then you can tell the strategy, hey, keep buying. Why? Because I wanna buy a lot at a very low price. So when it goes back up, I'm gonna collect all that cash. And this is called the downward price protection. In fact, as soon as I click it, you can see it extends my lower limit, okay? Now, there are actually other little functionalities. I mean, we can check them. Let's reload real quick. And you can see that here, you also have advanced settings. You can, for example, set up an upper stop price, a lower stop price that says adjust your stop price to stop and close the grid AI when the price reaches a specific level, okay? So you can really customize this so that you can not think of anything and just collect the checks, okay? Now, instead, if you go onto the manual, in the manual, you can basically select yourself how many grids you want. You want to change the percentage of a grid size. You want to change the order size. You want to have so many other trigger conditions. For example, you can say, okay, Giorgio, I love this BTC, but now I can see we're still up here. I don't want to start the grid right now. I want to wait that the price reaches at least this medium level. So you can set up that it's gonna start when and if the price is gonna reach that trigger condition level. Let's go check now some of my results. This is one of my accounts. This is real account, as you can see. And I have two running strategies. The first one is now on a total P&L, which means total profit minus losses of a minus 2.09%. I have a non-realized profit of a minus 5, almost 6%. And what is a non-realized profit? An unrealized profit is a profit that's not been taken home yet, or a minus that has not been taken home yet. And why this is it? Because maybe you have bought at a certain price and now the price has dropped. So it did never sell. So you have something that is not sold yet. So the price is going down. So you're actually losing value if you closed the trade. But the thing is that it's still open, okay? So I already made 3.77. I have a floating number of 586. So if I close everything now, this is the sum that comes out. And I have this one, which is WLD. I love this project and I believe it's gonna go heavily up. Imagine that this strategy has been running since 7 months. So I know, or at least this is what I think and believe because of my studies, that it's gonna go up. And I hope to be showing you that this is gonna become a profit for me. But now let's go check all my strategies that I've been running since a lot of time. As you can see here, I have that in 5 days, I did 2.35%. In 6 days, I did 8.14%. In 17 days, I did 24%. 19 days, 22%. 7 days, 11%. 23 days, 14%. 9 days, 8%. 13 days, tack. So as you can see, I have a track record which is pretty much unbelievable that states that no one of my grid strategies has lost money. Now, I have 2 which are still running that are negative, but in my opinion, based on the things I know, they're gonna be profitable as well. And this one, it's PEEP, as you can see. It's a meme coin that I capitalized a lot on. I actually made 390%. Just know that sometimes the numbers down here below are incorrect. Like you see, for example, here it says 0. I don't know why these ones are not shown, but it's all good, okay? So when you see stopped, it's because it's stopped. Sometimes you see range in some of your strategies. When you see range, it's because it's above or below these lines. Last but not least, actually this is the cherry on the cake. I want to show you how you can make all this process of understanding and decision making very easy, and you can just bump into any kind of grid with ease and with no thought process. If you want to do that, of course, there's no financial advice, and this AI is gonna tell you it's not financial advice, but it's definitely worth to take a look and to start using it, so you can really, even if you're super new, get inside, use this and make some money, because it's unbelievable how easy they made this. And remember that everything is in development. For example, till some months ago, we couldn't ask questions about AI basket. Now we can. So we have some available questions, or you can type in any language, any kind of questions you have. Now, let's go with the default ones, but just know that 50% of the grids I started and that were profitable depended on this AI. So I just chatted with the AI. That is an AI that's connected fully to SageMaster and fully to the crypto updates and the crypto news and everything, the crypto market, the crypto exchanges. And so when you ask these AI questions, to make it brief, you're gonna get answers, and they're gonna tell you everything about the correct crypto to invest in, the amount of money you want to invest and how much you should, what is the time frame they recommend, what is the number of grids, what is the width of grids. So everything, you just copy, you go manual in the grid sections, you apply that, and boom, everything is gonna come your way. Of course, there's no financial advice, and you're gonna see chatting with that they're gonna tell you, but it can be another cross-reference for you to get it started. And as I said, here you have the recommendations, you have the pairs, you have the consensus, you have the explanation, you have the risks, and then here, as you ask more and more, boom, you have everything. You see the dates, the time, the volume, and you have the number of grids and the upper limit and the lower limit. Boom, you're in. Do you understand the magic of this? Everyone can make money in crypto, even though if they don't know anything. I mean, they can study on WoW, but if they don't want, they can just follow these. Or if they even less want to do that, they just go here, they just go, for example, they pick this one, and you go share, and you share it to someone else, and with one click, they can copy it. So what is more duplicatable than this? What is faster than this? If you build an organization with this, how much money can you make when people in 2 days, they start and they make all this money? Now in the next video, I'm gonna tell you what to do when someone starts real quick so that you can really blow up your business.